So, me and the beautiful Storm Reid were like going to like stay in or stay the night in this room or whatever because I don't know, we just can't leave each other's sight, but it's a lot that happened though. I convinced Selena and her mother that I was on a serious business trip and I won't be back until the morning time for me to start filming a movie. But I will come in a lot earlier so I can spend time with Selena and the baby and stuff. So Selena, she wasn't mad. I talked to her about that. And Storm had to convince her mom to say, well, she said she had met a friend and they were having like a little slumber party, and she asked her mom could she stay the night in her room. So her mom agreed that she could stay the night in her room or whatever like that. And she thought it wasn't going to work because her mother always asked to speak to the mom, but she really didn't ask. So that was just like really cool. So anyway, we spent the time together, and all I remember is that, Storm was like, I gotta call my cousins up and ask them about something, baby. Like, can you hold me while I talk to them? I'm like, of course, but you know what I'm gonna wanna do. She's like, David, can I at least talk to my cousins about everything? I'm like, all right. So she calls her cousins up, they girls, right? So they pick up the phone. Well, it was one girl. So she picked up the phone and she's like, hey, what's going on, Storm? What you doing? She's like, you filming another movie? She's like, well, not yet, but I'm probably will be filming a movie in a few months or so. But um, she was like, I called you because I got a situation on my hands that I need your advice on. So she's like, okay, so what's the situation? So she was like, my best friend, she had a boyfriend, and she, or like on the first time, like the first time she met him, she had sex with him. And she told me about it, and I like went off on her. I told her that she was wrong, she was stupid, and stuff like that. And I got her to call the boy up that she was dating, and I'm fussing him out, and she put the phone down. He ended up asking for my number. We get off the phone and we start talking, and I was still fussing him out, but then he starts sweet talking me, and next thing you know, I ended up liking him and he ended up liking me. And then the next night, she was like, the next night, what? She's like, well, the next night we just met up and stuff. So she's like, oh, okay. So she's like, so what are you saying? You dating your best friend's boyfriend? So she's like, yeah, and I don't know how to tell her. So she like, I mean, do you really care about this girl? She's like, yeah, I mean, I care about our friendship, but she kind of suspects something going on. So she's like, I mean, if she kind of suspect that y'all already dating, I mean, you might as well just tell her the truth and get it over with. If you lose her as a friend, I mean, you have to know why you lost her as a friend. You have to understand that what you did was wrong, and you can't justify what you did. Now, feelings, when it's involved and when you care about somebody, that's a different story. You can't help who you fall in love with. So if you still feel that way, even after she says that y'all not friends anymore, then, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you cannot help who you like, and you can't help who you fall in love with. But I don't think that you should hide that from her, because if she finds out on her own, that's going to really hurt her. So she like, I just don't know how to tell her. And I know that, her boyfriend, she was like, so she's still dating him? So Storm was like, well, she doesn't fully really know. She suspects a little bit, but she's like, okay, I'm not gonna say tell her whenever you feel like telling her, but I'm saying that you gotta eventually tell that girl. So she like, all right, girl, thank you for your information. So she's like, I'm like, why are you worrying about it? She's like, because David, I really care and want to be with you, and I don't want nothing to mess it up. I don't want to be sneaking around, tiptoeing around anybody about our relationship. And did you hear the way fucking Olivia Holt was up there, talking about some ill? Like, I mean, like, really? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're a fucking damn pedophile or something. Like, I ain't like the way she was acting on the phone. She was acting really shitty. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, you gonna give me some pussy? She's like, you gotta ask. Yes, I'm gonna give you some pussy. So she like, she's like, I think I'm gonna get pregnant. I'm like, stop with this pregnant talk stuff. She's like, David, how many times we done fucked today? I'm like, I don't know, like 40 times or something like that. A lot of times. She's like, okay, so it's a possibility that you put a baby in me, especially since the fact that you didn't pull out none of the times that you nutted. None of the times that you nutted in me all those times. So that means there's something up in there. And it probably already hit the fucking egg, David. So I think that I'm going to be pregnant. I got a feeling that you knocked me up, David. The only thing I'm worried about is telling my damn mother. That's the only thing that I'm stressful about. Like, I just don't know how I'm going to break that to my mother. So I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, well, until that day comes. She's like, come on, baby, because this is the only thing that calms me down. I'm like, oh, for real. She's like, mm-hmm. So, all I remember is after we were done, because I was like, all up in her pussy and doing my thing with her, right? All I know is like after we were done, um, Demi Lovato, I mean, this girl, she get a lot of information from a lot of people. So Demi Lovato was doing like a Periscope interview thing or whatever, and I just remember that my girl, Storm Reid, she actually follows, Demi Lovato on Periscope. So she's looking at the thing on Periscope, and all I remember is that they actually get on the topic of the movie that she's planning or whatever like that, and so Demi Lovato just literally just started acting out her character. So they was like, so Demi, can you tell us a little bit about the movie that you're planning? I mean, we know that you're performing in the movie, but can you tell us a little bit about the movie Teen Ninja? So she was like, I can't really tell you too much about the movie, but I can say that I think somebody need to come clean. So the interviewer like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? So she's like, I think that he needs to stop dating them little minor girls. So Storm like, oh my god, she knows. She fucking knows. Oh my god. So she like, he know who she was like, he know who he talk. She like, he know who I'm talking about. He know exactly who I'm talking about. He needs to stop dating them little ass girls. So I'm like, oh boy. So after the interview, I calls Demi Lovato up. I'm like, Demi, I seen that dumbass interview. Why the hell you say all that stuff? She like, David, why are you fucking that little ass girl? I'm like, who? She's like, Storm. I'm like, who told you that? She's like, Skai told me. I'm like, wait. Skai told you that I'm fucking Storm Reid. She's like, yep, mm-hmm. I'm like, wait, okay. Wow. And you believed her? She's like, David, everybody is starting to suspect something's going on with you and Storm. And I just got a phone call from Olivia Holt, and she confirmed it that y'all together. She said that she talked to Storm personally on the phone, and Storm admitted that she was your girlfriend. Why the fuck are you dating her? She is a she not even all that. So Storm was like, okay, I wasn't trying to say anything because I was trying to be respectful. What is so fucking wrong with us dating? So she like, you are a little girl. You're fucking 15 years old. So she like, okay, and fucking Sky Jackson is 16 years old. What the fuck is the difference? I don't see anything wrong with us dating. She's like, well, I ain't saying that there's something wrong with it. She's like, well, obviously you is. You in your fucking interview making a complete idiot of yourself. It doesn't matter what he's doing. Oh, you're mad because he's not sticking his dick in you. So she like, it's not even like, she was like, it's not even about that. She was like, well, what is it about then? Because obviously it has to be about something while you up there bitching about us dating. And I don't care who told you. So what? So Sky told you that we dating? So she's like, yep. She was like, "Yep, Scott told me everything." So she was like, "Okay, so you mean to tell me that she actually took the time out to call you and tell you that type of shit?" She was like, "Yep," and that's not all she told me either. She told me that you stole him from her. So she's like, "Oh, she told you that too." So she's like, "Yep. So why the fuck would you do that to your best friend? What type of friend are you?" She was like, "You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and answer to you because you know what? I don't have to answer to you. So you know what? Bye, girl." So she calls up Sky and Sky like, "Hello." She was like, "Sky, why the fuck did you tell Demi Lovato that I'm dating David? I'm not dating David." So she's like, "Yes, you are, and I know you are. Stop lying to me, girl. I put it all together." So that's why I ain't been calling David because I know he's your boyfriend. Whatever, have fun with him. So she's like, you know what? You know what, Sky? You know what? I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I am his girlfriend. She's like, I knew you was. Why you had to lie to me so much? She was like, I am. I'm just tired of hiding this shit. You know what? I am. And we love each other. And we're gonna be together. So you found out. You put it together. Kudos. She was like, kudos to you. You happy now? You found out. You solved the mystery. She was like, so all I'm saying, she was like, so all I'm saying to you, she was like, so all I'm saying to you is, now that you know the truth, you can stop fucking doing all the sneaky shit. She's like, doing all the what sneaky shit? She was like, all this going behind my fucking back, talking about what I did to you. She's like, well, you did steal him from me. And you did it in a very, she was like, and you did it in a very disrespectful, cruddy way. She was like, you know what? I can't believe I trusted you. I called him up because I thought you was being a friend. And you ended up doing the opposite. I'm never going to trust any girl in this industry again. So she's like, it's not like that. We can still be friends. She's like, no, we can't. Because I really cared about David. And now I got to do this fucking movie with him. And my feelings going to be involved. And it's going to be very fucking awkward knowing that he's dating you. How did he date you? Oh, I can't believe that I trusted you, Storm. She's like, she was like, Scott, I can't tell you how we fell in love or how we start liking each other. I'm sorry that you found out this way. She like, you know what? I don't even want to talk to you anymore, Storm. Bye. So she hang up the phone and she like, so I ain't gonna lie, Storm did start crying a little bit. She's like, I can't believe I lost Storm as a friend. She was like, I can't believe I lost Sky as a friend. Sky is a like really good friend, and I messed it up. So I'm like, look, I mean, do you want me to just leave? She's like, David, no, we're already together. I'm not gonna start backing out now. It's whatever. She found out now. Wasn't that the fucking damn plan for her to know that we're dating? She knows now. So it's not a fucking secret no more. And especially she can't call me and it's her getting me about the shit anymore. She knows now. It's just that she's not my fucking friend anymore. So I'm like, wow. She's like, David, I'm sorry if you really liked her. She probably not gonna want to be with you anyway after this. So how you feel about the whole thing? I mean, I know you liked her. I'm like, well, I did like Sky, but I like you a lot more. She like, oh, you do. You like me a lot more, or you like my pussy a lot more. I'm like, I like that too. She's like, well, come get some of your girlfriend's pussy. I'm like, you gonna give me some? She's like, yeah. I mean, let's celebrate. She knows. I mean, I'm kind of sad about it, but she knows the truth, and I told her. So we might not be friends no more, but at least she knows the truth. So I'm like, you my baby? She's like, yeah, I'm your baby. So I'm like, you gonna give me some? I'm like, you gonna give me some head? She's like, yeah, you have to ask. So I'm like, you my baby for real? She's like, David, yes. So